Hey everybody, Black Dog, and we are back on the Squish Files. And we just left our friendly Atlas station over there. And we're headed back to our home planet, our home system, which is Ohio.
Orbital station coordinates received.
And should we wish to follow it, there is another Atlas station. That's 2 jumps over. I don't think we're going to do that yet. What we are going to do is we're going to go back to our home station. Oh, I missed it. Oh well. Oh, and look here, we got a freighter battle. Nice. Alright, so what we've got here are some pirates. And we want to kill them. So using my left trigger gives me target lock acquired. And I'll hold my right trigger down the whole time so that I continue to move. And then I'm going to alternate between my left trigger and then letting off to track my targets. We do not want to fire on those freighters, just on the targets. We want to do this until it says that the hostile ships have been defeated. Recharge our shields real quick. Now the reason we're going through all this and risking our lives for this unknown freighter is the rewards can often be quite nice. And by the way, these freighter battles, I believe it used to be every few hours of gameplay, every 3-4 hours gameplay, something like that. That's what we're looking for. Then we're going to get a call on our emergency comms. We'll take it. Friend, something with the Gek, something. The life form who must be captain of this freighter looks greatly relieved. They gesture as if to welcome me aboard their vessels. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to go aboard whichever freighter. And it's that one. What kind of freighter have we got here? Let's take a look. It's a straight out system freighter. I believe those are called hammerhead style with box pods. So let's go aboard the freighter and see what we can get out. That did give us a 5 times warp milestone and destroyed 10 starships milestone. So here we are. We need to speak to the captain of the freighter. And the 2 ways that we can go up there is we can climb those stairs all the way up. And when I started, that was the way you went up to the bridge of your freighter. Recent update has introduced a transport. So we just strap in and boom, we are on the bridge of the freighter. And there is the captain. Let's go up and speak to his little pointed head. Captain Loot. Something friend, something mini Gek. The small creature chatters excitedly and hops from one foot to the other. Gesturing wildly around the bridge, they point towards the control panel of their freighter. They seem to suggest that I take command. Okay, long story short, every so often you get a freighter battle. That is a random freighter within the system that you've just warped into is under attack. After you complete that freighter battle, you then have the opportunity to purchase the freighter. And if it's your first freighter, it's free. So this is, oh my goodness, yes, this is our first freighter. It actually came in at an A class. That is great. We've already got some material on board. We are going to claim this freighter. So we now have our very own freighter. It's from here we can manage our frigate and squadron, engage our warp drive, and here we can upgrade and customize. And our base is going to be in these greens, behind these green stairs. And right now there's really not much here. We're going to have a few items that are going to be useful. We have a fleet command room for our frigates. We have a planetary probe that allows us, when we go into a new star system, we can claim the entire thing. See what else we have. What have we got down here? Just a nicely decorated little table. All right, so not bad, not bad. We're gonna take it, we're gonna love it, and we're gonna work with it. Our first job, however, is to get back in, and we are going to head for the space station. And we're going to go back to our log and ghost in the machine. And we're going to go and look for our base overseer. And it's usually one of the guys around here. Let's try behind this door first. No one in here. That's not him, but we will learn a word while we're here. Same thing. All right, let's go to the other side. Perhaps we can find one there. We're going to try this corresponding door on the merchant side. Oh, here we go. Is it really you? Forgive me, I've been searching for such a long time. I am contracted to aid you in this and every cycle. Don't worry, everything was paid for a long time ago. It's all quite above board. As the stranger speaks, a smell assaults me, a pheromone infesting my brain, giving me memories of places I never visited, actions I never took. Myself in a mirror, aged and alone. This Gek cradling their fallen brethren. A bargain made many years from now, a contract signed across the cosmos. The vision ends and the overseer remains. The overseer promises to expand my base, allowing me to recruit other workers. They require a construction terminal to get started. So we're going to hire them. We already have our construction terminal. And there we have our base overseer. And it says, construct a cylindrical room. So what we want to do is go into our catalogs, go into blueprints known, or building parts, sorry. And I believe it's going to be in core structures and cylindrical room. So we have to go to our base and build one. It's a quite nice Explorer. Not symmetric, but still nice color scheme. And off to Squish base. And we're here. And there is our base overseer right there. He's conveniently parked at his terminal. And we need a cylindrical room, which will be this one. And we do not have the pure ferrite available. Well, folks, I'm going to teach you your first No Man's Sky hack. Excuse me, hack for being lazy, to be quite honest, and exploiting the game. Like I say in the title, this is tips and tricks and a walkthrough. So here's your first trick, your first hack of the game, if you will. I want this cylindrical room. I do not have 250 pure ferrite. Therefore, I cannot build it. I can go and harvest ferrite dust, put it in the refiner, and get the pure ferrite. That's really not the issue here. What I'm wanting to do is to teach you a new trick. So we're going to open our build menu, select cylindrical room. As you can see, it's in the red state. We're going to press triangle. When you do that, it's going to bring up a little wire node. And you can see it right there, that little end of a electrical wire. Right? So we're going to open the build menu, highlight, press triangle to bring up the wire node, place the building about where we want it, and then we are going to wire glitch this building in. And wire glitching is done. Once you have that wire node placed, you press triangle and R2, but it has to be at the exact same time. And there you have a cylindrical building. Now, to construct the door, it also requires pure ferrite. The door can also be wire glitched. However, wire glitching requires a little bit of playing around. As you can see, my door is not going in straight. So for that, we're gonna have to harvest the ferrite. Now what we can do, if we really want to play with it, we put that wire glitch there, and then we can turn the wire glitch and we can see if that will help. And no. So we are definitely going to have to harvest the pure ferrite. Let's get our mining beam. Let's go ahead and scan that rock real quick. It's all ferrite dust, so we're gonna harvest some. Excuse me just a minute. All right. Sorry about that. Now, wire glitching is not a catch-all. You're not going to be able to wire glitch everything. You can wire glitch quite a bit. Say, for example, let's find a good example. Well, my solar panels that I now am able to build versus the biofuel reactor. So I need metal plating for the solar panel, but instead of creating the metal plate, I highlight the solar panel, place it, it's in the red state, press triangle to bring the wire node, and then boop, triangle and R2 together, and that gives me a solar panel. Now I can wire glitch in a bunch of solar panels right? And then I can come back and wire glitch in a battery for them. And take my wire, connect the battery to the solar panels, and then connect the battery to my items. Remove the biofuel reactor and connect everything to those solar panels. And I will now have power 24 hours a day without using biofuel. And should I wish, I can always add more batteries to connect so that we have more power stored. Now, the best ratio that I have found is 2 solar panels to 1 battery. That one I had the metal plate for. Cool. There's my wire. My wire. There. Now we have 2 solar panels for each battery. Total of 4 panels, 2 batteries that will supply our power needs for now. Go in here. We have our construction research unit. Let's check our base computer. Nothing there. So we're good there. And base computer archives. There we are. I knew we had something in the base computer at this point. Recovered archive encrypted. Input recovery passkey. Let's go AAU. Recovered archive encrypted. Input recovery passkey. All right, let's try power. Encrypted. You? Why are you making me guess? Friend? Help. Yeah, okay. And? Archive unlocked. Automated archive recovery in progress. 27% data recovered. Search archives. Entry 4925X follows. I glance back towards the wreck of my ship. Nothing more than a dot. Walking this plane for hours, yet the mountains seem no closer. I look up to the sky. Additional data available, construction logs recovered, blueprints ready for download. Search database. Exosuit technology extracted, downloading. Personal upgrade modules synthesized from data scraps. Readable archive retrieval complete. Begin defragmentation of next segment. And that granted us a jetpack module. Yeah, buddy. We're going to go ahead and pop that in right away. And in our starship, we have a suspicious arms packet from that pirate. That's a pulse splitter mode for our multi-tool. We'll use that later on. We're going to keep it. We have a suspicious plasma launcher. A radiation protection module for our suit that we will definitely install. And we'll put that next to my hazard protection. There we have a nice little adjacency bonus that we've talked about before between the radiation protection shielding and your hazard protection. Pop back over because I saw something else. Suspicious packet arms, a mining beam module. Now that we will definitely install, giving our mining beam a slightly better capability. So that's going to add -6% to our overheat downtime. So it means once we overheat, we will cool down 6% faster. Not a lot, but not that bad for a start out. There's another one, goods. That'll be something we'll be able to sell. There's a frigate update fuel oxidizer, so we're good there. All right, so, and let's go and look in our storage container, see what's in there. So we have some more stuff in our storage containers. Now we're doing good, folks. Now we're able to actually get our little base up off the ground. One of the things I want to do, I don't want a cylindrical room. I don't like prefab rooms. So we're going to, yeah, come back here. We're going to put that ferrite dust into our refiner. Fire it up here with a little carbon. And we're going to get that pure ferrite. And we're going to put that door in. Alright, everything's run, so I'm just going to pick up the refiner. That's going to put the refiner in my inventory, take the carbon, put it back, and put the ferrite in. So we're going to slap that door on. Save real quick. And we're going to bring up our log. And we are done with messing around with expand the base. We have to go see the overseer again. So I'm going to delete this door and building. I don't like the prefabs for my own personal self. There's nothing wrong with them. In fact, the prefabs can be quite good in terms of stackability. You can stack them quite high. You can decorate them easily with no problems. I am just not a fan. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that, get all those goody materials back, and let's have a word with Assistant Lazubi. You have so much to learn, so much to see, and this place will be our home amidst the infinite. Take this glass and let starlight flood into our jolly home. Accept. And we have glass, the ability to make glass. And we can do so either from frost crystals or from silicate powder. The frost crystals are more efficient. The silicate powder is easier to find and locate. To get silicate powder, you simply use your terrain manipulator and dig the ground. Everything pours through glass in the end, but there's time enough for that. There are other things we have to do. If you prepare chromatic metal, I will use it to calibrate a science terminal suitable for a Korvax entity. The Korvax have suffered terribly at the hands of my people. Be kind to them, I beg of you. Gather chromatic metal in preparation for the recruitment of a Korvax scientist. Assistant Lazafi is already making themselves useful. A science terminal and a new Korvax guest, and all for just a handful of chromatic metal. So, yeah, I mean, if you want silicate powder, just do this for half an hour. And then when you take that silicate powder and you put it in your little refiner, so we're going to put, let's say, half of it in, juice up our refiner, and there we're making glass. Again, silicate powder is not efficient. The frost crystal is more efficient for this, but the silicate powder is easier to obtain. To get frost crystal, you have to have your hazmat glove, you have to be on the cold planet, and you have to locate the frost crystal. To get the silicate powder, dig the ground beneath your feet. However you play is up to you. There's no specific way to do it. Now, as far as the chromatic metal, I do happen to have that on board our brand new A-class freighter. Ooh, salvage glass, extract components. put that back there. Remove this. And I now have a weapon mod adding to the damage potential of my little multi-tool. And damage up plus 1%, reload time 11% faster. We will take that. This other piece of glass gives us a exosuit fragment. So we will install that. That's going to go up here. There is no adjacency bonus for these Sentinel Glass exosuit mods. They simply add to. So it's a 65% addition to life support, 9% to solar panel power, and 6% efficiency for fuel. So that adds to basically our movement and our life support. Nice, we now have some decent jetpack movement. All right, we're done making glass. 64 carbon, 22 glass, 13 silicate powder, and our refiner. Now, to get things rolling a little bit more, I'm going to go to our quick menu, to the summon vehicles menu, and I'm going to pull my freighter in just above my head. Boom. And then we're going to take our base teleporter and we're going to transfer straight to our freighter. Here we are. And we're going to grab that right there. And we're going to take that down to the planet's surface, to our base. Now, unfortunately, I did not equip a teleporter in the freighter yet, so we're going to have to fly down. Your freighter will hold 6 ships. You can put 10 storage containers in it. And like every other piece of tech, it comes in a class ranging from C to S. Currently we have an A class, which is actually really, really, really good. Most of the time, your first one comes in at a C class. All right. So we're going to go see our little Gek overseer. He speaks strangely, implying this. We have performed this encounter before. I have no memory of such meetings. I ask who paid them for this service. They are performing me. They laugh and claim that my child did many years from now. I do not know what they are talking about. Neither do I. I've always used protection. The overseer asked me for the chromatic metal. Give it to them. Perfect, friend. I knew you would succeed. Just what I need to finish the science terminal. And we now have a science terminal. It's going to need a scientist. We have littered the universe in our greed, traveler. This planet is no exception, but there is much that can be done with litter. Make your way to an abandoned structure and harvest the data from their terminals. I shall use it to fashion us plans for a storage container. Assistant Lazy is reflective for a Gek. They almost seem to regret the greed that characterizes their people. They wish to make something new from the remains of old. Is this greed in disguise or something else? Whatever their motives, the overseer claims I will find data for a storage container blueprint in a nearby structure. We accept. You won't regret it, friend. I've marked you a site that seems to be ripe for exploration. We can build a science terminal and hire the scientist. We need to search for that abandoned building to follow the overseer. And we are still expanding and staffing our new home in order to help with the main mission, which Apollo has suggested that the Sentinels may be linked to Artemis's disappearance. We have our base computer archives asking us to install a teleport receiver into our ship. We have our freighter command asking us to plot an expedition. We still have this odd call from nowhere. And we still have the Atlas path to continue to look forward to. So at this point, I'm going to bid everyone a fond farewell. And we will see you on the next iteration of the Squish Files. Everybody, thanks for stopping by.